Good morning. Welcome back. Today, the Audiophilia Vinyl Reference System 2024. I have several important analog components coming in for review over the next couple of months, any one of which, if it ticks boxes and is an upgrade over what's in my system presently, will be purchased. The analog components coming in for review are of a type new to me. I've always known about step-up transformers, better known as SUTs, but have never really known about them, what's in them, and how they work. Thanks to my friends John Stratton of Pure Fidelity and Don Corby of Corby's Audio, they introduced me to SUTs and how they can improve your phono preamplifier. So what are they? Simply, a step-up transformer is a type of audio transformer used to increase the voltage level of a low-output moving coil phono cartridge signal to a level suitable for a phono preamplifier. Commonly, a step-up transformer is a standalone device that amplifies the analog signal passively through the windings of its transformers, rather than actively, as with FET devices and tubes used in many moving coil phono stages. The turntable for my stereo setup is the Pure Fidelity Harmony Mark II turntable, a beautifully made table manufactured by hand in Vancouver, British Columbia. John Stratton's design are known for both beauty of sound and visual beauty. This model is in quilted maple. Stratton suggests either original live tone arms from England or Glanz tone arms from Japan. The Harmony comes standard for 10K with the Origin Live Zephyr. I chose one from their top line, the original Live Enterprise Mark IV at 5,300 pounds, a significant upgrade over the already fine Zephyr or Glanz tone arms. It's visually stunning and is a Ferrari in performance. Attached to the Enterprise is my longtime reference Phasmation PP2000 moving coil phono cartridge. Longtime readers of Audiophilia will know how much I love this cartridge. It's spectacular on every genre of music. My mono setup uses the Technics SL1200GR turntable, $17.99 including the tone arm. This was an emergency capital purchase after my Bergman turntable died for the third time, unfortunately. My friend Austin found one for me just at the time when everything with the Technics name was sold out. I was hoping to get the Technics SL1200G direct drive turntable, now $42.99, which then I considered a better turntable but long sold out. But now I consider it a much better table than the GR. In fact, I'm quite disappointed with the GR. Well, actually not really disappointed, simply a little bored with the presentation. It does a good job for my reviewing purposes, but I want a 1200G. A much better, more substantial brass platter and a magnesium tone arm makes the sound a lot better. On the Technics is a superb Miyajima Labs Infinity Mineral cartridge. It's $33.75. Easily one of the world's finest monocarts, hand-built by Miyajima-san. My speakers for the past 3 years are the Boris & Acoustics 01 Silver Supreme Edition loudspeakers. They're 47,000 euros a pair, stands not included. The stands are proprietary and include Ansys Darks pucks. They're 5,000 euros a pair. Very expensive, but simply the very best stand mount speakers I've heard. They're remarkable for all the right musical reasons. Please read my review linked below to get the reasoning behind my opinion. As a musician, I feel honored and inspired every day listening to these works of art and science. And to the heart of my system, the magnificent MBL N51 integrated amplifier at $17,600. It's seen off a lot of competitors and reviews by its absolute mastery of control over every musical facet of the recording, and in the most luxurious sound. My phono stage is a jack of all trades and master of many, perfect for a busy reviewer. The Phasmation EA350 phono amplifier at $63.20 US. With a very beautiful, sweet, detailed sound with superb dynamic capabilities, the solid-state EA350 has 3 inputs, 2 XLRs, 2 mono curves, a degauss switch, and a mono switch. It makes for easy switching between my stereo and mono setups. I've owned it for about 5 years and absolutely love it. This is one of the step-up transformers I was talking about earlier, this one from the mind of the late, great Tim DeParavicini. It's the EAR MC4 at $2,500 USD. It can amplify lots of different moving coil carts and is a gem of a component for my PhaseMation PP2000. You'll have to wait for the review for my final verdict, but so far so good. Cables. Oh, where do we start? Hey, I love cables and I love reviewing them. Well-designed cables can make a huge impact on your highly resolving system. Look, ignore people who tell you otherwise. Go to a reputable store and trust your own ears. Stick to your budget and have fun. I'm blessed with using Michael Borison's Ansys Acoustics Loom made up of C2 and D2 cables and power cords. They're expensive and they're remarkable. I've also used superb cables from Nordost, AudioArt Cable, and AudioQuest. Cables matter. The end. My power conditioner is the Ansys Acoustics Mains 8 C2 power distributor. Designed by Michael Borison at Ansys Acoustics in Denmark, an absolutely wonderful power conditioner at 5,000 euros. With vinyl, of course, clean records and stylus are vitally important. Don't forget to clean your records, especially the new ones, as with mold release agent. As for your stylus, there are lots of different views out there. Me, I like a clean stylus, but as liquid use can migrate up the cantilever, choose wisely and use sparingly. Moderation in all things. Oftentimes, I'll give the stylus, always back to front stroke please, a gentle brush. But once a week, I'll use the product I'm about to show, not forgetting to degauss your cartridge every 3 months or so. You've seen the degauss setting on my jack-of-all-trades phono stage. The primary accessory I consider an analog component. Yes, that important and that good. The Degritter Mark II is an ultrasonic cleaning machine beloved by vinylophiles. It does a superb job, and if you read my review, linked below, you'll see why I consider the Degritter a component. Yes, it's expensive, but other team members here at Audiophilia are using the much cheaper Humming Guru and getting good results. But when, for example, Ian Kershaw comes over, he brings 1 or 2 records that need what I call Degritter care. This is the Ansys Acoustics Darks T2 Supreme Record Stabilizer. What a name. A deceptively simple looking device. One that is very expensive. This is 6,700 euros. And I'll try to explain why. First of all, it does an outstanding job of what it's supposed to do. Stabilize the record so there's absolutely the minute groove variations. Everything is stable for the stylus, and it does a magnificent job. But 6,700 euros. Ansys says, the T2S Supreme Ansys Darks Record Stabilizer is machined out of solid titanium and weighs 374 grams. It can be used on any turntable, even on floating constructions. The material is solid grade 2 titanium, covered in a particle accelerator during a 36-hour process with layers of zirconium, tungsten, and aluminum titanium nitride for a further dampening of resonances. The stabilizer is decoupled from the turntable center pin with a slightly oversized bushing of POM. POM is an engineering thermoplastic used in precision parts requiring high stiffness, low friction, and excellent dimensional stability. The resonance control balls, you see them there, underneath the stabilizer are also made of grade 2 titanium, chosen for its durability and sonic qualities. Yes, very expensive, but I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't do a superb job and make a difference. Now, law of diminishing returns, it's a lot of money, but a lot of vinylophiles will go the extra mile to get that extra little bit of sound. Love this thing, use it every day. This is my Raymar record brush from Berlin, Germany. They sent this over to me. Absolutely love it. I use it every day. It's beautifully made out of walnut. It's not cheap. They're $340. But if you know, the record brushes are very, very important. You can see the material it's made out of. It's solid with those. I'm not sure if I can focus on that. Beautiful little magnetic dots that give a very lovely plunk when you close it. Inside also is a record brush that you can use. I'm going to talk about record brushes in a second. And carbon fiber bristles. Works beautifully. I've used it every day for about 3 years. Highly recommend it. Yeah, I call it the Rolls-Royce of record brushes. Highly recommend it. And finally, my stylus cleaner. This is the Disc Doctor stylus cleaner. I swear by it. I've used it for about 15 years. It's available at different stores, Elusive Disc and Acoustic Sounds. It's not terribly expensive, and it lasts for a long time. I've only had two bottles in about 15 years. And if you use it sparingly, it's safe to use. I swear by it. It does a lovely job. So that's it. What I'm using this year to play, listen, enjoy, and review vinyl. Stay well. Thanks again for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.